What's up, traders? In this video, I'm going to go over my overall thoughts on the market, and then I'm going to give you guys three stocks that I think are going to go absolutely insane. But before I get into that, like, subscribe, comment your thoughts below. Really helps with the YouTube algorithm. Let's get straight into the video. So, on January 26th, I called it. I said new highs are coming. Okay. And I gave you guys three stocks that I think are going to go parabolic. And those three stocks are currently in the money. So congratulations if you took those trades, or if you just wanted to watch, maybe you're new to the channel. Now you see I'm the real deal. All right. So looking at the NASDAQ, NASDAQ looks absolutely beautiful. But first, let's go over what I said in the last video. Okay. In the last video, I said we could see some bearish movement heading into Monday. Okay. And what happened is pre market, we saw it's kind of a break towards 17,400, and then we rejected 17,450, and we ended up back in this range. We consolidated about most of the morning, and then we started to take off in the evening. You couldn't ask for a better setup than this. I mean, maybe you can, but this has to be in your top five. And I still remain overall bullish on the market. I'm still looking at 18K. Okay, I'm still looking at 18K. Call me crazy, but I do believe the Nasdaq is going to see 18K probably this week. Given with all the news we have with all the big tech earnings, we can definitely see 18K this week. Now, the measured move for this is 17,930, 950, give or take, but 18K would not be much to ask for. So this is what I'm looking at. We could potentially see a move towards 17,800, maybe a breakdown, a retest, and then we head higher. Now, I wouldn't be surprised we get this retest of the top of this channel here at maybe before the Fed meeting. Okay, that could happen, or we just continue higher. Either way, more money in my pocket. All right, so that is what I'm looking at as far as the NASDAQ. I There's not much else to go over. Okay. As far as downside, the levels still remain the same. Right now, if we break below 17,600, might be room for concern. If we break below 17,400, might be more room for concern. If we break below 17,160, then I might be neutral on the market. Okay. Anything below that, as far as 16,800, I'm definitely going to be bearish. But so far, everything's looking good. Won't even be worried about being bearish until those levels are broken. Okay, so more upside to come. I truly believe that. And I do believe, again, still, that the SPY could see 498, 500. Okay, now when do these things happen? I don't know, but I imagine they can happen really soon, given with all that's going on this week. Now, moving on, let's get into the three stocks that I think are going to go absolutely insane. First, if you are new to the market and you want to invest into the stocks that I'm talking about, or maybe you want to trade these stocks that I'm talking about, or you just want to get your feet wet a little bit, check out the Robinhood link in the description below. Very beginner friendly app. And they give you a free stock when you join Microsoft, Apple, your choice. So check it out. Very beginner friendly. Link is in the description below. Now, let's move to our first stock that I am looking at as far as a parabolic move to the upside. Airbnb. Airbnb looks absolutely beautiful. Okay. This thing looks absolutely insane. I couldn't ask for, I mean, I said it before, you couldn't ask for a better setup. We have a head and shoulders pattern, inverse head and shoulders pattern. We broke we broke this trend here on the weekly. We have our retest already, and we broke back above. Airbnb just looks really good. Okay. My price target for Airbnb right now is, let's get rid of this actually. It's kind of distracting. But my target for Airbnb is 165. We are currently in the Discord. We're not in the trade right now. I kind of want to see a better entry happen, and if we don't get it, that's fine. If we get a mount above 150, 155, I mean not 155, 156, 157, then I will consider entering a trade. If we potentially get some type of pullback, heading into maybe the Fed meeting, then I would like to enter on Airbnb, and my price target remains the same. I'm looking at 165. If we get good news on the Fed meeting, I really think Airbnb is going to take off. Okay. Looks really, really good. So right now we're not in the trade, but it's definitely on my watch list, and you should keep it on your watch list as well. The next stock I'm looking at is Zillow. Okay. Same, pretty much the same sentiment on Zillow. If we have good news on the Fed meeting, I really think Zillow is going to take off. As you guys can see, hopefully you guys can see this, but as you guys can see, we have an inverse head, not inverse, cup and handle pattern. Looks really good on the monthly chart. So I would add a lot of time to this. Right now, we are in a 60 call trade for February 9th, and we got in at around 57. So looking really good. It's right now it's at 58.41. I'm not sure where it's at after hours, but yeah, looks really, really good. And if we get, again, just like Airbnb, if we get good news for the Fed meeting, I think Zillow is going to take off. My price target for this, as far as short term goes, is 60, between 60, 62. But long term, I think this thing could hit 80. And honestly, I wouldn't even be surprised it goes higher than that. Given the good housing data that we've been getting lately, I think Zillow is really, really good for more upside. Okay, so price targets again 60 to 62. The next thing I'm looking at, next stock I'm looking at is ZOM. Okay, ZOM looks really good for the weekly. Okay, looks really, really good. So as you guys can see on the weekly chart, we bounced off our key level on the weekly. We bounced off the 95.8 range, and now we have a bullish engulfing candle here. Okay. So ZOM looks really good. And I believe they have earnings, I want to say Friday. Let me actually check. Yeah, so they have earnings Friday. So ZOM looks really good. My price target for ZOM, at least short term, is 105. We are in March 15th calls at 105. We got in at around 102.5. And my long term price target on it is 110. So be on the lookout for ZOM. Okay, we broke this trend line here, and we have a bullish engulfing pattern. Looks really, really good. And honestly, I wouldn't even be surprised we see 120 on this thing. Okay, I just really wouldn't. So those are the stocks that I am looking at. Those are the stocks that I am trading. If you want to get in on my trades early, Discord link is in the description below. It's only $25 a month. We go over stocks, crypto, Forex. I do it all. You get access to my charts, all that fun stuff. If you need help with indicators, I mean, not indicators, but supply and demand zones, maybe you just have a hard time marking key levels, trend lines, things of that nature, Chart Prime is the indicator for you. They have some of the best indicators in the game, in my opinion. So definitely check that link out in the description below. Other than that, that's really all I have. Oh, let's go over Tesla. Let's go over Tesla. So again, Tesla is. I said in the previous video that Tesla needs to retest 194, and it looks like that's exactly what's happening. It looks like we're going to get it pre-market probably. So 194 is what I'm looking at. As you guys can see, if we zoom out, we have a descending triangle here. So the descending triangle, I believe there was a gap. Oh, here it is. So we have a gap at around 207, which is ironically right below the descending triangle. And if you don't know about descending triangles, eventually we retest the bottom of it. So that looks like what's going to happen. So first I will look at 194 as our key level. If we break above 194, then I would expect a move towards 207. I'm not bullish on Tesla until we break above 217.5 to 18 tops. But for now, that's what I'm looking at for Tesla. The measured move for the descending triangle is 160. So be careful trading Tesla. Tesla is really sensitive to news, so I would definitely be on the lookout for that. But that's all I have. Like, subscribe, comment. Until then, have a good one, traders.